Bardwell's Ferry on the Deerfield River, 1886. The railroad disaster that changed the way trains ran in Massachusetts. We're heading there. The hills in front of us are the hills that the Deerfield to North Adams Railroad had to run. There's not a lot of flat ground there. Oh, the guy's plowing by hand out there, Hank.
Oh, you got the horses.
He's got the horses. Let me
we get
right there. Darn it. Yeah. That's heavy horses in operation. You don't see that much. It's kind of nice to be up in Deerfield to see farming done the old-fashioned way. Now, what we have here in western Massachusetts is a lot of these organic farms. But the people that own the farms aren't smart enough to know how to use horses. So what they've done is set agriculture back to the days of slavery. What we're looking at here is a man that knows how to use a double team of horses and an old school plow. Man, oh man, that's cool to watch. Look at him arrange those horses and get them moving again. Beautiful. That's something else.
That's cool. All right, fishing.
Really don't think about this kind of terrain. I mean, Massachusetts, for people all over the world who just, know that Massachusetts is in the northeast of the United States, don't think about this. This is a lot of wilderness, a lot of wide open fields that show us that there's a little bit of agriculture going on, not a lot. And there's some great hunting and fishing opportunities here in the Bay State. And of course,
a solar panel.
You gotta have a solar panel.
That's a nice house.
That's beautiful. They got everything up here. Got bears, they got moose, they got trout, and they got Amazon.
We're coming up on Bardwell Ferry Bridge, right around the corner.
That looks like a sugar shack, Hank.
That's a sugar shack stand.
Son of a gun.
That's a gorgeous sugar shack stand.
Not getting a lot of business now, though, with the coronavirus shutting down everything.
We got the you can't get together.
You can't even go out for a pancake. You can't even get a freaking pancake around here anymore.
Is the Bardwell Ferry Bridge stand. Get ready.
All right. And this is a historic bridge.
Revealing moment.
You can look at this online. Look at this gorge where the Deerfield River just plows its way through the eastern Appalachians. Look at that. And right here is where the train wreck took place. Wow, here's the Bardwell's Ferry Bridge. It's a good time of the year to see it. It's on the Register of Historic Bridges in the United States. It's a little terrifying if you think about it.
One of my favorite things about it is it's one way and it's wooden plank. So it's a lot of fun to drive over. Single lane.
Luckily we got the Jeep that can do anything right here, Hank.
She's trail rated.
Let's see if this guy gets over and then we'll know it's safe.
It's always smart to go second.
When you come to such a bridge, especially with those planks. Wonder when these trees were cut.
She made it. We'll give her a go.
We're gonna go with it. About a 40-foot plunge into the waters of the Deerfield, should the bridge give out.
Here's the railroad tracks.
And it was right along this stretch of the river where in 1886 a derailment cost nearly 20 lives. The train was eastbound heading for Greenfield, coming out of North Adams.
Too bad we're not driving a Trans Am.
We would have left our undercarriage on that bridge if we were driving a Trans Am.
Well, maybe in the next episode we'll take the Firebird.
We're geared up here at Bardwell's Ferry. The bridge is right down the tracks. We're looking east, and another 8 miles down the tracks we run across the Connecticut River and into Greenfield. And if we headed back that way, it's a long stretch to get down to Adams, Massachusetts.
Shelburne Falls and Charlemont.
Yep. This railroad accident happened exactly halfway between Shelburne Falls and Greenfield. And the accident took place down this set of tracks, maybe a quarter mile. The train was only going 20 miles an hour, and it, at that time, was running right along the edge of a cliff, and some of these ties had rotted, and the train just rolled off the tracks. 1886. 20 people approximately were killed. Not a good moment, and many were maimed. And being maimed back in 1886 is a little different than being maimed in 2020.
Never good to be maimed, but still a dangerous intersection. So even last year, I can't remember if the person died, but a train hit a car right at that same spot. And people were talking about that this is a famous spot for tragedy.
Yeah, this gets a lot of use, as you said earlier, Hank. But we got to get down there and attack these pescados. So we're at the gorge of the Deerfield here. See this beautiful river flowing out of the Berkshires. And Hank has spotted one of our friends. It is in fact a peregrine falcon, and he's sitting over there howling at us. That guy, he will dive bomb you when you walk across this bridge.
We just got buzzed pretty good.
Hear him? He doesn't like the fact that we're on his bridge. I don't know if he's got a nest here, but they're always here.
So what you should do in this instance is stay away. So what we're going to do is see if we can get a little closer.
We're going to cross the bridge. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Because this is fishing historic places, and we're risk takers. There he goes. And those things fly like a F-16. I mean, we're talking about a 50-mile-an-hour dive. And I have a feeling he's going to come whipping back here in a second and buzz us, because that's what he does.
When you're descending into the riverbed, you want to take this slow. If a guy's not careful, he could go horizontal, and you don't want that.
I know the feeling.
You want to be careful.
I've been horizontal here, and I don't recommend it. There's better places to be horizontal. This is not it. Oh!
Got a little life in her.
Nice rainbow.
Yes. Oh, no.
Terrible net job.
Terrible net job. The fish took line at the last second. Man can help a buddy out, but he won't.
Says the guy that let me float down toward the Connecticut River. That's a big one, man. That's like, what, 17?
It's a big fish. He took the big crayfish pattern. A big fat cray. That's a nice fish. Let's see if we can get the...
That's a hog.
That's a nice big fat rainbow right there. Come on. There we go.
What a hog.
That's a nice fish. That big fat holdover rainbow right there. Get him back in the water. There we go. Took a big crayfish.
Let's see the fly.
Big,
oh yeah.
Ugly crayfish pattern.
That you almost lost the cast before.
Right out of that run.
Nice fish. Now, the engineer himself, Mr. Littlejohn, became a hero that day, giving his life to alert an oncoming train after his train had tumbled down the steep bank. He was scalded near death and stumbled, crawled, and climbed back up the top of the gorge, went down the tracks to the east to warn an oncoming train, that there was hazard in their front. Last act on this planet. Mr. Littlejohn passed away. Most of his family was on the train as well, Hank. His brother, his sister-in-law, and her 2 children. The 2 children, Viola, and I believe it was Herbert, both passed away, aged 3 and 1.
Stan, could you say Little John came up big?
Little John came up big that day, Hank. That's a good point. Little...
Coming straight up like a sucker.
Coming right to me all of a sudden. Rainbow.
I just tried to cast while you were reeling him in, and it, yeah, he is. Oh!
God, my net technique, my net is inverted.
Your net technique on the Deerfield is just awful. It's embarrassing. Yeah, it is. Looks like about 16, 15, 16.
Perfect hook set. Well, he just skipped that, Stan. He just came up like, whoop. See if we can get him,
Hank! Another one on. Another pig. Is that a rainbow too?
a little smaller, about 16 probably.
Hank's got one on over there. It's a good fish. We're talking 19, 20-inch rainbow. That's a big, big trout. It's like a steelhead, Hank. He's heading for Connecticut. You better chase him. What did he take? Yeah, he's heading for the Connecticut. He's bringing you into the rocks. You better chase him. Don't horse him now. That's a hog. I think you need more than that. I think you need some Gatorade because your electrolytes need to be replenished. Clearly you have suffered from a lack of electrolytes. I've never seen you so weak. He's an unbelievable show-off. He waits till people show up. Run, Hank! Chase him!